Welcome back to RGR Football. I'm Ryan. This is me going rogue on the Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL. And right now, there's a lot going on with the Kansas City Chiefs. They're about to start another session of practices before they get to their mandatory minicamp. And this is the morning shot. I wanted to give you a couple of things to look at as they get closer to getting to that mandatory camp, where I think a couple of things will change, but you want to keep an eye out for a couple of players. If you're new, click the like and the sub and the bell notification, because that's how you get more from us. Me and my crew over here, we do things all the time. You have content coming for you that covers film, that covers the front office, every aspect of what the Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL do, and we really enjoy it. If you like live streams, you want to be in on the action with us, Mondays are my Q&A, and Thursdays are with Seth Kaiser, old friend that we're running now, the Chief in the North on RGR. So, that said, a couple of things. Biggest question right now, does LDT show up for this last group of actual practices before the mandatory camp? This is still the voluntary phase, so that's not a problem. You guys may have heard me theorize about, I'm not sure about if the travel restrictions to and from Canada are part of the problem right now, but that could be what's keeping him from being at practice at this point because of the travel back and forth. Now, that's just a guess on my part. It could easily be something else that travel has nothing to do with, because you could just come down, stay in Kansas City over your break, or stay in the States at least, because after minicamp, the players generally need to get some downtime. They need to get some relaxation, some rest up before training camp. Now, maybe that's just part of the equation that isn't being thought about. Maybe it has nothing to do with what LDT is going on. Hopefully, we hear something this week. If we don't, keep an eye out for when he does get on the field. Maybe that's mandatory during the minicamp, and we will see how that action comes along. Right now, Kyle Long's getting the right guard snaps, so I'm guessing if LDT is not out there, that will definitely continue. On the same side of the ball, on the offense, I think one guy that you want to keep an eye out for is who's running in that fourth, fifth wide receiver spot. I think we're all very comfortable with Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman being the two big names, and the X most likely being right now Demarcus Robinson and or Byron Pringle, and some kind of mixture of those two guys. That's pretty straightforward. It's the next spot that becomes important, because it's not the sixth wide receiver spot, which should be almost entirely special teams. But that fifth spot has a chance to actually get on the field and make some offensive plays. We'll likely have to play special teams as well. But that's where it starts to differentiate. And could that be, I don't know, could it be Callaway? Could it be any of the young guys that are in camp? Could it be Maurice French? One of the practice squad players that they've been trying to bring along. The interesting thing for me is, what has Joe Blaemeyer changed about that group? And does that give someone else an advantage? Does it give one of the guys an advantage to move forward in what they're looking for? That's going to be the question. I think we've seen some progression, and we're hearing some things out of camp that are going to be very interesting to see. You should see a little bit more media this week. The Chiefs control the media until Thursday when the beat reporters are out there. You will definitely see some of that. So those two players, and then on the defensive side of the ball, where are the linebackers repping? Ben Neiman, Nick Bolton, those two guys in particular, where and how many reps are they getting is going to be very important this week, because it's a run-up to what they're going to do in mandatory minicamp, and that's what's going to be really important. So that's the things that I'm watching. I hope that you will as well. If you have questions, hit us down in the comments below for certain, but like, sub, and hit the bell notification so you know what comes out next. We are covering this team constantly, along with my show now on YouTube as well, the Locked On Chiefs podcast. You can get that as well. I record that every night for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy that. Hope that you have a good Tuesday. Enjoy keeping an ear out for what's going on at the OTAs. And we'll talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.